1326 Daitokuji Temple, Rinzai Line, established in Kyoto by Daito Kokushi. In 1609 Biblioteca Ambrosiana in Milan opens its reading room, second public library in Europe. In 1659 Mexican border town Ciudad Juárez is founded by Fray García San Francisco. In 1710 Battle of Brihuega in the War of the Spanish Succession, British General James Stanhope captured by French-Spanish forces. In 1776 American Revolutionary War, George Washington's retreating army crosses the Delaware River from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. Cook's leaves Society Islands 1777 Captain James Cook leaves the Society Islands. 1794 First issue of Herald of Rutland, VT published. In 1852 Gustav Freytag's comedy play The Journalists premieres in Breslau. In 1854 Pope Pius IX proclaims Immaculate Conception, makes Mary free of original sin. The Poor of New York 1857 Dion Boucicault's stage drama The Poor of New York opens at Wallack's Lyceum Theatre, Nick. 1863 2,500 reported killed as result of fire at Jesuit Church of La Compana, Santiago, Chile. Lincoln's Amnesty Proclamation 1863 Abraham Lincoln issues his Amnesty Proclamation and plan for reconstruction of the South. A Dynamical Theory of the Electromagnetic Field 1864 James Clerk Maxwell's paper A Dynamical Theory of the Electromagnetic Field is first read by the Royal Society in London, published by the Royal Society 1865. In 1864 Pope Pius IX publishes encyclical Quantum Cura Syllabus Aurorum. Clifton Suspension Bridge 1864 The Clifton Suspension Bridge opens in Bristol, England, 5 years after the death of, and as a memorial to its designer, Isambard Kingdom Brunel. 1869 20th Roman Catholic Ecumenical Council, Vatican I, opens in Rome. In 1869 Timothy Eaton founds Eaton Co. Limited in Toronto, Canada. Jesse James robs train 1874 James Younger gang led by Jesse James robs a train at Muncie, Kansas, stealing 30,000. In 1875 Alexander Ostrovsky's play Volki I Ovsty Wolves and she premieres at the Alexandrinsky Theatre in St. Petersburg, Russia. In 1876 Suriname begins compulsory education for 7-12 years. 1885,000 armed Boers gather in Paardekraal, South Africa. In 1881 Vienna's Ring Theatre destroyed by gaslit fire, killing an estimated 384-1,000 people. American Federation of Labor 1886 American Federation of Labor AFL formed by 26 craft unions. Samuel Gompers elected AFL president. Battle at Amber Alargi 1895 Battle at Amber Alargi. Ethiopian Emperor Menelik Roman II drives Italian General Baratieri out. In 1907 Gustav V of Sweden becomes King of Sweden 1907-50. In 1909 Bird Banding Society found. In 1913 construction starts on Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco. In 1914 Battle of the Falkland Island, British Royal Navy destroys a German battle squadron. In 1914 Boers rebelling against the British in South Africa suffer several defeats, with one of their leaders, General Beers, accidentally drowning. In 1914 Irving Berlin's musical Watch Your Step premieres in NYC. Sibelius 5th Symphony 1915 Jean Sibelius Symphony No. 5 in E premieres in Helsinki, Grand Duchy of Finland. In Flanders Fields 1915 John Macrae's poem In Flanders Fields appears anonymously in Punch magazine. 1921 Amon de Valera publicly repudiates the Anglo-Irish Treaty just 2 days after it was signed by his Republican colleagues, Arthur Griffith and Michael Collins. In 1923 German-US Friendship Treaty signed. In 1923 Labour Liberals win British Parliament. In 1923 salary price freeze in Germany. In 1930 Broadway Theatre opens at 1681 Broadway NYC. In 1931 coaxial cable patented. In 1933 French nun Bernadette Cyberis, who saw the vision of the Virgin Mary at Lourdes, is canonized by the Catholic Church. In 1934 Friedrich Wolff's Professor Mammut premieres in Zurich. In 1935 the Japanese military police launches a violent suppression of the religious sect Emoto. beginning with a crackdown on the sect's operational bases of Ibe and Keimoku in Kyoto Prefecture and the arrest of its leader Onisaburo Toguchi. In 1936, Anastasio Somoza Garc are elected president of Nicaragua. In 1936, NAACP files suit to equalize salaries of black-white teachers. In 1938, highest temperature for December in US recorded in La Mesa, Calif. In 1941, Chi Amino extermination camp opens, 50 kilometers from D, Poland. In 1941, London, Dutch government in exile declares war on Japan. In 1941, Russian 16th Army recaptures Kryukovo. In 1941, San Francisco first blackout at 6:15 p.m. In 1941, US and Britain declare war on Japan. US enters World War II. In 1941, US President Franklin D. Roosevelt delivers his famous Day of Infamy speech to a joint session of Congress a day after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. 1942 8th Heisman Trophy Award, Frank Sinkwich, Georgia H.B. Voice of the Turtle. 1943 John Van Druten's controversial comedic play about the challenges of single life in New York City during World War II, Voice of the Turtle, premieres in NYC. In 1946, U.S. Army rocket plane XS-1 makes its first powered flight. 1948 14th Heisman Trophy Award for U.S. college football awarded to halfback Doug Walker of SMU. In 1948 Jordan annexed Arabic Palestine. In 1949 Chinese nationalist government moves from Chinese mainland to Formosa. In 1951 AL alters its restrictions on night games, adopting NLS suspended game rule lifting its ban on lights for Sunday games. In 1952 first TV acknowledgement of a pregnancy in the I Love Lucy episode Lucy is Enceinte, which incorporates Lucy's real-life pregnancy into the storyline. In 1952 French troops shoot at anti-colonial demonstrators in Casablanca, Morocco, killing 50. In 1952 Isaac Ben Zwi elected President of Israel. 1953 19th Heisman Trophy Award, Johnny Latner, Notre Dame HB. In 1954 Maxwell Anderson's play Bad Seed, based on the book by William March, premieres in NYC. In 1954 WPTZ.